Good afternoon, SE appearing students. Now, are you okay? Hello, boys and girls, are you okay or not? No sound is coming. You haven't eaten meal today or what? Meal, not taken. Okay, so students, which set did I say today? Do you know? I've heard the question bank from Nima publication, okay? Nima publication's book, Nima publication. I don't know whether you have got this book or not. And which set did I say today? Could you remember? Set. Set. Province 5. Show me the question. Just telling the lies. It's not like that. This is the one. See. Set 4. I have just done set 4. Okay, set 4. Today what do we do? I will read the question. We will interact and just make the answer clear. Okay? Ready? So question number 1. We will begin from group A, 1A. Question is, what is gravitation? Can you define gravitation? The mutual force of attraction between any two bodies in the universe is called gravitation. Write down its SI unit. What is the SI unit of gravitation? SI unit of gravitation. Yeah, SI unit of gravitation. What is the SI unit? Tell me. Newton. Don't get confused. That's good. Question number 2. State Pascal's law and write any one equipment based on this law. What does Pascal's law state? Good. Liquid transmits pressure equally in all direction. Hydraulic brake or hydraulic press. Good. Question number C. Mention the temperature at the surface and the center of the sun. At surface? Yeah. And at the core? $15 crore degrees centigrade. How much? 15 crore degrees centigrade. Okay. Question number D. What type of defect of vision is called hypermetropia? What type of defect of vision is called hypermetropia? Good. So in the defect in which person can see far away objects clearly but cannot see nearby objects. That is hypermetropia. Number E. Which metal is used to make filament? And what is its melting point? Tungsten wire is used to make filament. And its melting point? 3400 degrees centigrade. Good. You write down also. Twang, I'm sitting doesn't work. Okay, Roshan. Next question. Give any two examples of D block elements. Two examples of D block elements. They are iron, copper, Okay, iron and copper you can give. Okay. Number G. Write any two characteristics of catalyst. Two characteristics of catalyst. It either increases or decreases the rate of chemical reaction, number one. Number second, its quantity remains unchanged throughout the chemical reaction. Can you hear me? Can you hear or not? What happened? What is the problem? Net is poor or what? I'm confused, eh? Next question. Write any two physical properties of copper. Two physical properties of copper. Physical properties of copper. It is good conductor of heat and electricity, and it is malleable and ductile. They are confused now, see. Number H. Write type of salt. No, what type of salt is called basic salt? What type of salt is called basic salt? Basic salt. Strong, the salt formed by the chemical reaction between strong base and weak acid, like sodium carbonate. Example is sodium carbonate. Next question is, what is cocoon? Write its function. What is cocoon? Write its function. Cocoon. What is cocoon? What is cocoon? That is the question. The outer covering of pupa of silkworm is cocoon. And what is function? What is the function of cocoon? Its function is to protect the cryolys. Protect the cryolys, okay, the inside. Number K. Write down the function of sympathetic nervous system. Function of sympathetic nervous system. To increase blood pressure. Good. Okay, students, you have not downloaded the shared documents which I shared already. Where is it? Where is this question? I kept in messenger group. Next day onwards, please download and be ready. I'm going to share now, remember. So be active. Okay. Just coming, bindas. Condition doesn't work, boys. That is, today is Monday, SE PDF. I'm going to share that. It's given here, just it is coming. Okay, boys, I share this question. Question number L. What is pulmonary circulation? Tell me the answer. Pulmonary circulation is defined as the circulation of blood from right ventricle to the lungs and again to left auricle. Right ventricle to the lungs and again to left auricles. What is cross-pollination? Cross-pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from anther of one flower to stigma of another flower of same species. of same species. What is next question now? What are the causes of mutation? Good. So it is from heredity. The causes of mutation are as follow. The causes of mutation are as follow. Number 1, change in chromosome number, and or you can write radioactive rays, different chemicals. These are the causes of mutation. Different chemicals and radioactive rays like gamma rays, X-rays, and the rays produced from radium, uranium, etc. Write the name of any two comets. So the two comets are Encke and Bennett. Or you can give example Halley's comet, Shoemaker-Levy, etc. Student, please you look at the question. Now we are in group B. Question says, what does the question say? Observe the given diagram. Here is one hydraulic press and answer the following questions. First question says, on what principle does this machine work? What do you think? What is the principle of hydraulic press? The principle is Pascal's law. Hydraulic press works in the principle of Pascal's law. And what does Pascal's law state? Pascal's law states liquid transmits pressure equally in all directions. Question number 2. Second, 2II. What role is played by water to multiply the force in this device? So, water transmits pressure equally or transmits pressure from one place to another place. It transmits pressure from one place to another. As a result, force is multiplied. Question number 3. A ship can carry more load than an aeroplane of the same size. Why? Ship can carry more load, aeroplane can carry less. What's the reason? Reason is a ship experiences more upthrust because of more density of water, whereas aeroplane experiences less upthrust due to less density of air. Air has less density, less upthrust. What has more density? More upthrust. Now we are in question number 4. Explain briefly why there is an acute need of search of alternative sources of energy on the earth. Why we have to search alternative sources? There is need of, or there is acute need of the search for alternative source of energy on the earth because non-renewable source of energy is limited, it causes pollution, and it will finish very fast. So when alternative sources are developed, then there will not be more pressure on non-renewable sources and we will be safe from energy crisis. Question number 5. Sightedness can't be corrected by the use of concave lens. Why? Farsightedness cannot be corrected by the use of a concave lens because it diverges the parallel rays. It diverges the parallel rays of light coming from near object, and the image cannot be formed at retina. image cannot be formed at retina. Next question. The atoms of elements become larger and larger when we move towards left and below group. What does it affect the chemical reactivity of the elements? In case of period, when you come in left, that atomic size increases, and when we go down, also atomic size increases. And how does it affect the reactivity? So here you have to write, when the atomic size increases, when we move towards the left, then the chemical, means the atom becomes more reactive. Atom becomes more reactive. And when we go below in a group, in case of metals, chemical reactivity increases, but in case of non-metals, chemical reactivity decreases. Okay? While going from the right to left, chemical reactivity increases. While going in downward, in case of metals, chemical reactivity increases. And in case of non-metals, chemical reactivity decreases. Next question, which type of salt is NaHCO3? Write with reason. This is the question. So, NaHCO3, sodium bicarbonate, is acidic salt. What is it? Acidic salt. Why? Because it is formed by partial replacement of hydrogen atom. Partial replacement of hydrogen atom from an acid. Okay.
The time now is
Next question is
14:30.
Aluminium is a very reactive metal. However, the foods in aluminium pots don't react with the pots. Why? So, aluminium is a very reactive metal. However, the foods in aluminium pots don't react with the pots because there is thin layer of alumina in the pots of aluminium which does not react with the food. Does not react with food. Next question is, write two differences between thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic. So as usual, what to do, left hand side write down thermoplastic, right hand side thermosetting plastic. Now what are the differences? First point, thermoplastic. It becomes soft on heating. Thermosetting, it becomes hard on heating. Thermoplastic, it can be remolded. Thermosetting plastic cannot be remolded. Okay. Next question. What does it mean by planaria reproduces by the process of regeneration? Why is fertilization in cow called internal fertilization? These are the two questions. First question answer. Planaria reproduces by the process of regeneration means when its body is cut into small pieces. When its body is cut into small pieces, then each piece grows into new planaria. New planaria. Now, what is fertilization? Why is fertilization in cow called internal fertilization? Fertilization in cow is called internal fertilization because the fusion of male gamete and female gamete takes place inside the female's body. Okay, inside the female's body. Next question. Valves are present in veins but not in arteries. Why? So valves are present in veins but not in arteries because If you write in point wise, it's okay. Point number 1. The speed of blood is faster in arteries and slower in veins. Speed of blood is faster in arteries and slower in veins. Second point, there is chance of backflow of blood in veins but not in arteries. There is chance of backflow of blood in veins but not in arteries. Okay. Question number 12. Write the reason that only one characteristic is found expressed in F1 generation of Mendel's experiment. Like if pure tall pea plant and pure dwarf pea plant are cursed, then in first generation what do you get? We get hybrid tall. We don't see their dwarf characteristics. What's the reason? Okay, what is the answer now? Only one characteristic is found expressed in F1 generation of Mendel's experiment because when a cross is made between two pure characteristics, then only the dominant characteristic is seen in first generation. Dominant characteristic is seen in first generation and recessive characteristic is hidden. Recessive characteristic is hidden. Okay? In that way you have to write down. And if you are able to give the example, that is the best. Understood or not? Like when a cross is made between black mouse, pure black mouse and pure white mouse, at that time only pure black mice are seen in first generation and white character is not expressed because it is recessive characteristic. Question number 13 is quite easy. What does the question say? What is meant by domestic waste and industrial waste? So you can define the waste that comes out from the settlement areas or from a house is domestic one, and the waste materials which comes out from different industries is industrial waste. Okay. Our next question is, describe in brief the Kant-Laplace nebular hypothesis about the origin of the Earth. So, which one is Kant-Laplace nebular hypothesis? That is about nebula. So, Kant-Laplace nebular hypothesis says that millions of years ago, or let's say more than 4.6 billion years ago, one of the nebula present at that time developed gravitational force in different regions, and the nearby mass started collected at the center, and different bodies were formed from that nebula. Central part of nebula changed to sun, and other smaller bodies started revolving around it, and solar system came into existence. Okay? So students are writing. I am very happy now. So who has joined? Asa has joined. Who is Asa? Asa is present or absent? Asa, make your video on. Good. Are you in Kathmandu or outside? What's your sound? No sound is coming. You are in Kathmandu? Kathmandu, good. It's okay. But you are not regular. What's the reason? So our class starts by 2 p.m. but you join by 2:34. Why? Asa, why did you become late? Everybody must be present as 2. Be careful, eh? Okay? Otherwise, now time is nearly completed because we discussed group A and group B. But she has joined. And listen, after few minutes, this session will finish, but again you join, okay? Understood or not? I think there may be 5-6 minutes left. So let's discuss this whole set today. Ready? Okay, let me share the screen once again. Now students, we are going to discuss group C. Group C, what does the question say? Question said it is of how much marks? Group C is of 18 marks. 6 3s are 18. So, okay students, this page is completed. Now we are going to discuss group C. Question number 15. Question says, if an object is immersed in water, at what condition can it float in water and at what condition it can sink in water? If the cross-sectional area of piston A is 20 cm square, piston B is 60 cm square, and effort of 50 Newton is applied on it, then how much load is needed on piston B to balance it? There are two questions, right? Okay students, at first what do we discuss here? In which condition a body can float and in which condition it can sink? Remember, when the object displaces water equal to its weight, then it will float, and when the object displaces water less than its weight, then it sinks. Water displaced by the body is equal
The time now is 14.
the weight of
40.
the body floats, otherwise it will sink. Remember it. Second question is here. In the figure also it's shown 20 cm square, 60 cm square, 50 Newton. This 50 Newton is F1. 50 Newton is force 1. F1 you can write here, F1. And F2 we have to calculate. And this is A1, this is A2. So dear students, what is the formula that we can use over here? Formula is F1 by A1 equals to F2 by A2. Use the formula F1 by A1 equals to F2 by A2. And what value comes? That is the force needed to lift the object at B. Okay, remember. Next question is number 16. What are the questions? Write any two utilities of convex lens. Where can we use convex lens? So convex lens is used to correct hypermetropia. What is the first question? Answer. To correct hypermetropia. Second use is, it is used in optical instruments or devices. Optical instruments or devices like telescope, microscope, etc. Next question is given here. Which type of lens is shown in diagram? Which lens is this? Concave lens, because its center is thick and periphery is thin. Center is thin, periphery is thick. Calculate the power of lens is given. So how to solve this one? Look at here. Here F is given. Focal length is given F 2 centimeter. Dear students, we have to convert 2 centimeter into meter. So 2 by 100 meter, it comes 0.02 meter. And power of lens P equals to what? Now what is the formula? P equals to 1 by F. Now substitute the value. And next important thing is, it is concave lens. Concave means its focal length is negative. So F equals to minus 2 centimeter. Write down. it will be minus 0.02, and 1 by minus 0.02 means it becomes minus 50 diopter. Minus 50 diopter. Diopter is the unit of power of lens. Okay. So students, we have done this thing. Now, what are we going to discuss? That question number 17. What does the question say? The question says, write the balanced chemical equation of the reaction that takes place when solution of potassium chloride is mixed with solution of silver nitrate. What type of reaction is this? So let me show you the chemical reaction. Potassium chloride means KCl, potassium chloride plus silver nitrate, AgNO3, arrow, we get here KNO3, potassium nitrate plus AgCl, that is silver chloride. Understood or not? So potassium nitrate and silver chloride are formed. So student, it's 40 minutes already passed. What to do? It counts the time immediately, and next session begins. So students, they have to send request. When I accept, then they will be joining. I think they are coming. Deepsika is coming. Neeraj Yadav is coming. Only two. Next. Okay. They are here. When others they come, no problem. I'll join them. So student, I was just showing you the chemical reaction. I don't know, did you write or not? Now what am I going to do? I'm going to show that one. KCl plus AgNO3 gives KNO3 plus AgCl. Question number 18. Question number 18 is here. Write the structural formula of butane and write with reason whether it is saturated or not. Write one use of this compound is given. Butane. Structural formula is C. Four C's are there. Butane. Now, I'm going to show here. I've got coloring now. Quite easy. I think this system is very lovely. H here. Good, and very good. See, this is butane. Structural formula of butane. Now, question arises: what type of hydrocarbon is it? It is saturated hydrocarbon. It is saturated hydrocarbon. And next one use of butane. What is the use of butane? One use of butane is it is used as a fuel. Very simple. Used as fuel. Understood or not? So those things must be set in mind. Okay, students. Now next thing we are going to discuss. Question number 19. Question number 19 says, how is tip layering done? Describe with a figure is given. So for that, I'm going to tell you to open the book, page number 294. Page number 294. There is given different types of layering. C is tip layering. One minor diagram you have to draw and then explain it. So you have to mention that the bending of the stem and covering with soil, and after some days what will come? The roots develop from here and the tip is removed and new plant can grow easily. Plants like blackberry, raspberry are propagated by this method. Now the next question is, what is the question here? Write any 6 measures to control water pollution. 6 measures to control water pollution. So, what are the 6 measures? You have to write point wise. Number 1, what is the first one? Wastewater must be treated well. Wastewater must be treated well. Dead bodies must not be disposed in water sources, and afforestation program should be launched. Compost manure should be managed or prepared. Proper drainage system should be built, and various rules and laws must be made effective. Rules and laws must be made effective. There are many rules and laws, but they are not implemented. There is one saying, Thulalai chain, sanalai oin. They say like that.
The time now is 14:50.
Where are the videos? Deepsika, where are you? Asa is already over there. Good. Deepsika, where are you? I think Deepsika has become invisible or what? Yes, Niraj? Anyway, so now one group is left, that is group D. We'll be discussing now. Ready? Let me share the screen again. So yeah, so we have to be focused and do well. Time and tide wait for none. They say okay, question number D. Question number D says, I made quite bigger one. Describe in brief the working mechanism of an inverter. It is given, inverter. So inverter we have studied in the chapter electricity and magnetism. Electricity and magnetism. So an inverter stores electric current when electricity is supplied. At first it changes alternating current into direct current, and the direct current is changed to alternating current. Next question is, the number of turns in the primary winding of a certain transformer is 100 times more than that in the secondary winding. Calculate the input EMF in the primary winding if the EMF generated in the secondary winding is 110 volt. It is given. So students, what is given here? There is one condition. The condition is primary winding, primary turns are 100 times more than secondary one, and secondary voltage is how 110 volt. Now we have to find out primary voltage. So very easy. NP, write down VP. NP, VP, NS, VS equals to NP, primary windings. Primary windings, let's say 100x. Then secondary windings, what is the NS? X only. Primary voltage 110 volt. Secondary voltage is given. This is not this okay. This 110 voltage. 110 is here. 110 volt is in secondary. Primary we have to calculate. What is given over here? Suppose NP equals to 100x, BP equals to what? NX is equal to x, BS equals to 110 volt. What is the formula now? Formula is NP by NS equals to VP by VS. Now use the formula. You can get the answer. Okay? Okay students, that is the formula from transformer. Now what are we going to discuss? Question number 22. The discussion is very fast, no? But when you start writing, it takes more time. It depends upon your speed, how fast you write down. Question number 22 says, oh, here is one diagram. Study the given figure and answer the following questions. This diagram is lab preparation of which gas? Ammonia gas, because here is hard glass test tube, gas jar, lime tower. If lime tower comes, you set in mind that is ammonia gas. Which gas is collected in the gas jar? Ammonia gas is collected. Write the balanced chemical equation involved in the given process. So, what is the chemical reaction? Let me write here. Ammonium chloride, NH4Cl plus, what is here? Afterwards, calcium hydroxide, CaOH2, and it gives rise to, what does it give rise to? NH3, ammonia, here is whole to A, plus CaCl2 plus H2O. What is the balanced one? Hydrogen, okay. There are 4 plus 2, 6. Here 3 plus 2, alright. CaCl2 means, right here 2. Right here 2. 2 NH2Cl, 2 NH3, CaCl2, H2O. It is not balanced still. 8. Here 2 has 6 plus here 2 H2O. What is the balanced chemical equation? 2 NH4Cl plus CaOH whole 2 arrow. You can write here heat also, no problem. 2 NH3 plus CaCl2 plus 2 H2O. 2 H2O. Okay? Remember, chemical reaction is given. Okay students, now what is the next question? Next question is here, what will happen if quicklime is replaced in drying tower by a conc H2SO4? Good. Instead of keeping here lime CaO, if conc H2SO4 is kept, then ammonia will react. NH3 will react with H2SO4. Then what does it form? NH4 whole 2. Ammonium sulfate is formed. If quicklime is replaced by conc H2SO4, then ammonium sulfate is formed. Okay, student? Reaction is given. Now, next one is given here. What will happen if quicklime is replaced by, okay, good. Number D, fourth. Name the compound found in the gas jar if the gas jar is moist. Moist means there is some amount of what? Water. So here we have to show the chemical reaction between water and ammonia. Water and ammonia means NH3 plus H2O gives NH4OH. Ammonium hydroxide is formed. Okay? Ammonium hydroxide. Now we are going to discuss two more questions, then one set will be over. Actually, we discussed very fast, right? Question number 23. Describe the method of conservation and management of forest. Conservation and management of forest. So what are the different methods? They are, number one, programs must be conducted to protect sources of water. Programs must be conducted to protect sources of water. Aquatic animals should not be killed by using poison and electronic equipment. The distribution and supply of water must be systemized. Pollution water must be treated. And next thing, we have to use 3R system: recycle, reuse, reduce system. We have to carry out afforestation program time to time.
The time now is 15 o'clock.
Next question. Write any 4 international efforts on reduction and adaptation of climate change and describe any one of them. So international methods, what are they? So here, students, you can mention Earth Summit 1, Earth Summit 2. Next is IPCC, Intergovernment Panel of Climate Change, and Paris Agreement 2015. Paris Agreement 2015. Now you can explain any, either Earth Summit 1 or 2 or IPCC or Paris Agreement 2015. So writing 4 points, 2 marks, and explaining 1 point, 1 mark. Is that clear or not? So we are able to discuss one set. From tomorrow, everybody please join by 2 o'clock. Today some new students they came, that's why I considered, because if you come at exact time, then our class will be more effective one. Actually, if we discuss in more number of students, then we will be very happy, isn't it? So discussing with less number of students means it's not so much effective also. We are doing now question answer sessions. We will continue this for some days, and later on again we will find out new techniques and follow it. So today's class was very wonderful, very worthwhile, I think so. So please follow the routine and be prepared to fight the questions which will be asked in coming SEE. Okay? Okay, today this much. Stay safe, stay healthy. I am here in safe condition. You can see this big chair. I am in one office, Destination Education Hub, and you are staying in your own office. That is your home office. So stay safe, stay healthy, and be prepared. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a nice